Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Play to Find Out Fair Wanderings, Episode 9. This is Part 2 of today's episode. We're at like an inn tavern place thing in the tundras. We got orcs chatting it up, being orcs. It's great. It's great stuff.
So
I think I'm sitting on top
while this 5-hour long conversation is happening,
Ooh, is there a giant beanbag there that I'm sitting on?
there's like a giant bag full of straw that you somehow found.
It's a beanbag.
Sure. It's a brand new dwarven invention it is. It's called the beanbag.
Have actual beans in it?
Yeah, it has literal beans in it.
That's how it would work, right? It's just
it's a literal bag of lima beans.
Yep.
Right.
Dwarven delicacy they are.
Oh gosh.
Dwarven delicacy, lima beans and cabbage. And ale. Anyway, offensive accents aside. It's great. Once you're done with your cherry, you can eat it.
Yum.
I'm sorry. I've already finished this and I'm feeling silly.
I would be drinking with you, but
So after this incredibly long conversation that Yin can't escape from, what's everyone else doing?
I think Cecilia has procured like our stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 1 gold piece per night for
I got it.
Everybody.
I got it.
So...
Yeah, no, Andrella went up and, she's with you doing that. And if you're doing that, she is making sure she has room to herself.
Okay. No, yeah. I was going to pay for a room for each of us. Like.
Okay.
Yeah. There are like rooms separately.
I got my own room.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Separately. So I put 64.
60? Holy shit!
I was about
rooms.
I was about to just read off how much gold I have.
I have 6,400 gold.
Andrella puts her hand on your hands and stops you, and then pulls out the 4 gold and puts it on the table.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we playing?
Yes.
I like to play the side note of I heard it was hot springs here.
There are hot springs here. I'm sorry,
you see
Bianca.
Echo's like you see Echo.
Are we having
like,
the Onsen episode?
No, Echo, you're busy.
You're still doing.
We're still talking.
You're still talking. This is happening while you're talking and filling.
While you're talking, I pulled out some paper, and because like I'm still listening, but to write down my feelings in calligraphy, I'm just writing things like I'm fucking bored. Oh my god.
Like it looks.
Yeah,
like
we look
notes.
over it and we just get the subtitles. It's like, oh my fucking god, shut up.
It's written beautifully. Like I'm.
Oh, it's like the most pretty.
The font is.
And every once in a while, there's like, what the fuck did he just say? Whatever, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Until I hear hot springs and I'm gone.
Well, no, we haven't talked about the hot springs yet.
But that was out of
because I have a question.
Yes.
When I come up and approach this, does she speak to me in Celestial? Because we talked about how that's a preferred way.
I think she just nods to you, but doesn't speak first. And then the redheaded dwarven man comes out. He's like, "Hello, lassie. How can I help you?"
Yeah, so we ordered the rooms. We are going to inquire about use of the hot springs, I guess, too.
They're free with the use of their room. What am I going to do? Charge you for sitting in a pool?
Can I? Is there a room that has a hot spring inside of it?
That's 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
I pull out 5 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Well, okay. If you both want a hot spring room, I only got 1. You'll have to share it.
Are you okay with that?
It's fine.
Okay, then yes, please.
I've
been in the snow for a very long time.
I basically ask for the directions to where the room is and shoo Cecilia to go and do that. Go sit in the fucking hot spring. God damn it, you're cold.
Okay, yes, I will do that.
Yeah, the man will look to the woman and say something to her in a language none of you understand, which is Dwarvish, by the by.
So here's the thing. I have Draconic and Elvish, and when you take some of the letters out and put it together, that becomes...
No. Yeah, no. He says something in Dwarvish, and then she responds to him in Dwarvish, and then she looks at Cecilia and says, "I'll show you to your room," and like
I
motions
don't
for you to
know.
follow.
That sounds like logic to me.
Yeah. I go to our suite with the hot spring inside of it, and yeah, I'm there for a while.
I think
when the lady comes back, there's one more thing. I do her markings strike me as odd?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But she's definitely not addressing you. They're definitely real, but she's like being very differential and like will only speak to you if you speak to her first.
That's fine. I want to ask is she about my same size?
Yeah, she's about she's a little bit shorter than you. You're
It's fine.
Bitchin' tall. But
I'm not that tall for an Azamar.
Okay, she's shorter than you.
Okay. I do wish to inquire if she has clothes that I could purchase from her at, extra cost to offset the burden it might put upon her.
Do you ask her in Common or Celestial?
I mean, I'm gonna...
You can tell she's Azamar. Like, she can't hide it that well.
I mean, I'm gonna at some point just do a greeting to her in Celestial, and if she doesn't do a greeting back, then I'm gonna take that as signal. Like with Raspin, I've had encounters.
Yeah, she doesn't like to talk, and it's very apparent that she doesn't like to speak Celestial.
So then I can respect that. I have that experience. Yeah. I can do that. So I will.
Mm-hmm. At some point, before that conversation happens, at some point, the orc that has been sitting with Andrella, like, looks over his shoulder, takes pity on Yin, and is just like, "Hey, yo, Echo, hot springs outside."
You see me just take off my shirt, just bring it back.
Wait, I thought you don't wear a shirt.
Well,
it's the middle of winter. He wears a shirt.
I'm talking about the little pelt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I take off my pelt. There we go. I stay canon. I take off my pelt and just go flying out.
And in work, she just says, "You're welcome," and then like goes back to sipping his drink.
Thank you.
And you see me run back and grab the pelt and then head back out.
He like holds up a finger to see if Echo's gonna come back in. And then when he doesn't, he just like moves back to drinking. So do you want to play out this conversation? Because she has clothes she'll give you. Totally.
I mean, it sounds like she's not being particularly forthcoming or whatnot. And so I'm going to treat her sort of, at the distance that she seems to want to be. Mm-hmm. But basically, I had ruined my nice dress.
Yeah,
I would like a nice dress.
Yeah. She just says, I'll bring what I can to your room.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Miss, thank you. And then she goes back to doing whatever she was doing, and she like comes over and like refills Yen's tea. She's like noticeably shaking.
Can I reach out and take her hand?
Yeah, absolutely. She starts a little bit.
Okay.
She wasn't expecting that. She like looks at you and like kind of calms down.
I'm gonna lean in closer to her ear. Are you okay? Do you need me to maybe talk to that one over there?
She is fine. It is a complicated situation.
Don't be ashamed of what you are. And I'm gonna point at her headscarf covering her. I don't know what it was covering.
It was like
her
it's
hair.
like her like opalescent black hair.
Okay. Don't be ashamed.
Opalescent black hair, you say?
Yes, opalescent black hair.
Are you just now catching that, Lily? You've not been paying attention.
Well,
That's fine.
Lily's running a stream.
It's
Calm down.
fine.
So yeah. She thanks you and like goes back to what she was doing.
Suspicious of Andrella now. I mean, I don't know her. I just
Something weird is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that orc that's been sticking to her like glue, and that's a little weird too.
Yeah, strange interactions. I'm not used to those kind of
Orcs and Azamar don't typically get along. Typically ever. So, but like, like she's clearly this one has been nothing but nice to you.
Yep.
And maybe that's like not what you were told Azamar would be like. Maybe, I'm not sure.
No, that's reasonable. Coming from like a rather secluded where
I'm trying to give you guys the stereotypes and then the like reality that you're interacting with, so you have context for both. If at any point you're like, Michael, shut up, I don't care, just tell me.
Michael, tell me more.
Aw, thanks.
Well, this is world building. I need. All
right, so so does everybody just kind of go off to their rooms?
I mean,
like are you still trying to talk to this lady, or like what's the deal?
No, I got basically from her what I wanted, a room for each of us and a dress or two or whatever. I'll give her however much gold she thinks is fair and then some, because I realize that I'm putting her out. It hasn't dawned on me. I'm playing it this way because her hair is covered, so it hasn't dawned on me she's the girl with the opalescent black hair.
Yeah, obviously.
So, but I understand some Azamar weirdly are weird about being Azamar, and so, you know, because I have experience with Raspin, so I'm not pushing it. But yeah, I probably just go to my room and get set up a bit, and then maybe come back down and go back out to the hot spring space or something.
Yeah, they're like private, like secluded pools that you can go to. Yeah, Kirk hasn't moved. He's just sitting at the bar drinking.
I think by now, like since it's been a little while, Cecilia comes out from the room. So I haven't described this yet, but she is wearing her like one of the things I like. What is it? What's the actual official word? Like,
vestments.
Well, one of my things that I got from being a cleric is like my like holy attire or whatever, which is basically a silk robe. I'm a pleasure cleric. What do you expect
and
from
it's
me?
Like silver.
I'm just hashtag on brand, okay?
Yeah. It's like a silver silken robe. With,
yes,
like,
yes, basically. So she's just wearing that. Comes down. I think she sits next to Kirkall, and those hot springs are amazing. I highly recommend them.
I might have to go there in a little bit. My back is killing me.
Yeah, that's about what they're for. Yeah. Have you ever been in one before?
Do I?
I don't know I don't know. Look, we met in jail. I don't know about what happened to you pre-jail.
Oh my goodness. Yes, please advertise that we were both in jail together with these nice people. And like
totally eavesdropping.
Totally eavesdropping.
That's okay. I'm currently distracting the dwarf at least. When I walked past Kirkall, by the way, I discreetly put 2 gold on the table for him to continue like having whatever drink he wishes to have. And then I've gone over to the dwarf and I've asked if I should pay an additional 5 gold for me to be able to go use that room.
No, you should be good.
Okay.
He's like fine. He doesn't care.
Okay.
You guys have already spent more money here than he was already expecting, so you're happy. He's just like, yeah, whatever, sure, cool, yeah, awesome.
Dwarf stuff.
So
Yeah,
that's
I'm a
where I go
dwarf.
then.
I don't care as long as you give me money and ale.
Well, we're giving
sorry.
him money.
Giving him money.
So
To
okay,
make
so
more ale.
okay, so pre-jail. I whisper very like facetiously.
mhm.
Have you ever like been in a place like this before?
No,
Well, I
not many hot springs in the Horde lands.
fair. Well, I highly recommend you try it while we're here.
I might have to, thank you. And he like pulls you in closer. Ian, can you make a perception check for me?
And
Now
he
that you've hopefully
kisses Cecilia.
No, he doesn't. He whispers something to her, but you can't tell what he says. Yeah, he whispers, "That woman's eavesdropping on us. Be careful." Just because his perception is insane. He has keen sight, so he'd notice. Because he's a scout. Anyway, do you react to any of this at all, or?
So sorry, I did hear him say that he heard that I was eavesdropping, or he recognized, or he told.
Yeah, he totally heard. He wasn't like, you're aware that you've been made.
Okay.
Because you're a shadow monk and you know how to do these kind of things.
Yeah. I'll walk over to the table. I have a new piece of paper. It's beautifully written as always. Black ink. I wrote it with like a nice thick paint stick. What are those called?
Yeah, calligraphy brush.
They're calligraphy brushes. They might look like a paintbrush, but they're different.
Someone clip that, please. Someone clip that and then just do like a hard zoom on Lily's face. Just because Lily's like reaction to processing what that was and then just dying. It's perfect.
Stick.
First thing I thought of.
It's fine.
It's okay.
I've written on paper the word hello, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'll extend my hands to Cecilia first.
Can Cecilia read calligraphy?
Of course she can.
Yeah.
She was raised in the greatest nation of the world. She can't read Orc. She can read calligraphy.
Damn.
It is written in common, so it is legible for you.
Yeah,
I mean, you were. My hand?
Oh yeah, totally.
Thought you left me hanging, like, oh wow.
No, yeah, she like looks at the paper, kind of like, huh, and then like takes her hand and shakes it, and hello yourself. Pleasure to meet you.
Well, nod. What brings you to these parts?
Well,
ridiculousness. You were speaking to it earlier.
You're with that strange half-orc, half-giant, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Oh, I'm
Technically
sorry.
speaking, I feel more like he's with us sometimes.
That goes fine. That goes fine.
First impressions were not great.
You see him like in the hot spring, like cut to his scene,
just like flash cut.
Just like chilling out, and he's like feeding his like pet a piece of rabbit.
Oh my god. I
Yeah.
forgot you had a pet mimic.
Yeah, he has like a tie. So what the audience sees is we see this little box. And he holds like a little piece of meat out, and a little like purple tongue comes out and like sucks it in.
I forgot you had a pet mimic.
Oh yeah, remember that magic item I made for your stream that you guys didn't pick? I used it in my stream. Ha!
Oh, very nice.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a fun item. So,
well, I mean, it goes fine. I enjoy his company.
Your name is Kirkle. Kirkle?
yes, Kurkal.
Kirkal.
Kur. Hold on, I spelled it.
Kurkal.
It's spelled in Orcish.
Okay.
It's fancy.
Yeah, I wanted to fantasyify it.
You have to do that.
Mhm.
So I'll turn to him and I'll say, are you trapped with them? I don't know if I understand your relationship.
Are you saying this in common?
Yes.
Are you?
I think he looks at Cecilia and suddenly realizes this is a very complicated question.
They all think to themselves like, he does get us food on a regular basis. He every day. It's like we're pets to him or something. His animal companions.
No,
if you think about it.
I mean, that's basically what Kirkall is. I think he just looks at you and says, "No."
No, we are all companions traveling together. We were up. Shoot, what was the name of the city again?
Icon.
Yeah. We were in Icon when it was hit, and then we kind of ended up. Circumstances brought us together, so we've been traveling since.
Have you passed a lot of half-orcs in your travels?
I don't believe so. I mean, just these two.
All right, thank you. I got the information that I wanted, so I'm gonna go. I'll chill with you guys. I've got my tools. I'm just gonna start writing out my feelings.
My name is.
You're a monk.
My name is Cecilia, by the way.
What's my name?
Cecilia.
Working on it. I'm Yin.
Yin.
Nice to meet you, Yin.
And
You're a monk.
Kirkall's name.
Yeah, well, you heard someone call him Kirkall.
Yeah. Okay.
And he just says,
straight up, I don't actually know much about monks, so don't expect a lot of monk things from me.
"Don't expect a lot of monk things from you." That's fine. That's
Just
fine.
punch stuff. That's all you have to
I mean,
do.
this is where you're gonna make it up, right?
Right.
Monks can be whatever you want them to be.
I keep thinking of Yang off of Ruby.
Mhm.
I'm Yang. Let's fight.
Basically.
I love Ruby Chubby.
Basically. So yeah, he's like, something about his body language is making it very apparent that he is trying not to look uncomfortable.
These are so suspicious.
Huh?
I'm thinking like this party is still coming off as incredibly suspicious to me.
We haven't
Andrella,
done anything to you yet.
Andrella, have you gone up to your rooms or are you still by the bar?
I'm in the hot spring now.
Yeah,
Left,
she's doing hot spring things.
Wait a minute. Are you out there with me?
No, I'm in the separate.
Yeah, we have
enclosed
a
room.
private one.
You're at the private one.
Yeah.
The public
Fine.
meeting. You and your mimic.
And my mimic just chilling out here.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
apparent
just
to
like
me
a
that
cut back to it. There's just like a little box sitting in an inner tube.
Love it.
Is Kirkall actually uncomfortable because of situational social stuff, or is it because of his he's carrying a lot of stuff on his shoulders?
I mean, both of you can make insight checks.
Okay.
There's skills, there's roles for this to do that.
It's true. I got a 19.
Two things. He's obviously feels a little uncomfortable talking to another orc, and is obviously in pain.
Yeah, so I just look over, kind of take him in for a moment, and then lean in a little, Kirkall, what's wrong?
I can see that you're messaging, Andrella. Would you like to send a message to someone?
So Andrella's been in the room just a little bit and thinking about things and whatnot. And she kind of sighs real heavy to herself. And then she casts message and points out to where she knows Kirkall's at. And she sends...
Are you booty calling him?
No, she just said no. She says, do you wish to join me?
So suddenly Kirkall goes red as Cecilia leans in towards him.
You mean purple?
Okay, yeah. I guess red plus green makes some shade of brown. Well, I guess he's like grayish green. Anyway, something happened. He changes. He blushes.
He
Right,
blushes.
he blushes.
He blushes.
Cecilia's eyebrow raises. Like, are you getting sick? You feeling okay?
You don't have to. I'm not sure how this should work. But also maybe talking would be good.
I'm trying to remember if he.
You can respond.
I'm trying to remember if he. But I'm trying to remember if he has to say it out loud.
You and I talked about this. Message can be subvocalized. You and I talked about this at length.
Okay, yeah.
Prior to the game.
I remember because we were complaining about it.
Yes.
So yeah, he says something under his breath, which Andrella hears is, "I'll be in a few minutes."
Okay.
And then he like leans back from Cecilia and just says, "My back's hurting."
You need healing or a
Old
massage?
scars.
I need healing.
I do that. It's part of my job.
I don't want one of your massages, Cecilia.
What? You just assume I can give normal massages.
You're clearly making our guest uncomfortable. I don't know if he actually is or not, but he's just saying that to get in the conversation.
Not really uncomfortable. I'm just observing you guys. I don't have a lot of experience with social interactions, I guess.
I'm sorry, you know,
a lot of weird edgelords at the monastery.
Do massages make you uncomfortable?
Are you asking Yin?
Yes,
Yeah.
I like because he said you're making our guest uncomfortable, and so I like looked over and like, yeah.
No, not really. Everybody, orcs, we're very good at giving each other massages. It's
See?
when you fight bad,
What?
I mean, to be fair, she's not wrong.
See,
But
look, they trained us.
I'll let you two hang out.
Okay.
And then he stands up. He's like, "I'll talk to you all later. I'll talk to you later, Cecilia." And then he leaves the scene, leaving you two alone.
Ah, that man.
a little strange for an orc, don't you think?
He's got. I mean, it makes sense. He has hang-ups, but it's fair. So, yeah.
I just don't normally see them quite like that. They're a little bit more full of bluster and confidence. He doesn't really hold himself with his head held high.
Getting tortured in prison. Getting tortured in prison for 6 months will do that to you.
He can when he's in his element. He can, but stuff like this, social stuff, getting there.
Social stuff, yeah. No, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Orcs, we don't have a lot of long, meaningful conversations. I usually write my feelings on paper and then I rip them up and I'm good.
Oh,
Yep. It's a coping mechanism.
of course.
The great orcish ritual of live journal.
I think Echo is officially the happiest person in this party.
I think
Great.
So. No, it's totally. Well, yeah.
No, I just that's a very valid thing to get your feelings out.
What is your race? I've read about you in books, but I've never actually seen you in person until now.
So I'm a 1T. I'm from South. I'm from the Sultanate. I am. Let me find the list of gods again so I can remember the name.
Cornasus.
Yeah, Cornasus. I'm a priestess of Cornasus, the Silver Serpent of Pleasure.
So it's gonna light up at the mention of you being a priestess. I have a lot of respect for somebody who follows a god.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're pretty cool now.
Your relationship dinged.
Yeah, I like this one.
Hey, I like this one.
Thou art I, and I am thou.
That was a reference.
It was Persona. It's good shit.
Oh, are you watching the Persona anime really quick?
Well, I played the game multiple times, and then I started the anime because the Persona 5 started this.
I love Persona 4 anime. I can't wait till 5.
Five just
We're
started.
about to get a really
No,
passive
5
aggressive
started.
message from Evie. We can
No.
talk about
5 just started.
I'm waiting for it to start a little bit more. If I
Fair,
would be like
fair,
any
okay.
pace.
I'm sort of on a pilgrimage here. Kind of traveling around. Ended up being in a city when it got raided, so that was interesting. But
You survived.
I did. And now I'm traveling with some very interesting people. I'm enjoying it. Not enjoying the snow, but got to be in a hot spring, so I'm doing pretty good now.
Yes, the hot springs here are lovely. I've been here for about 4 or 5 days now, and the hosts are excellent. They were very host-like until your party arrived, which makes me a little curious about you guys.
Well, we have I suppose that's fair. We've got
Diversity.
Two, 3 monsters and a princess.
Diversity.
Okay.
Little bit of
Yin
baggage.
doesn't know yet.
I know, but that's
bit of baggage.
that's the reality
Yeah,
of the
I've seen you
situation.
throw around gold, so that builds a bit of a character, and beyond that, you talk to that one Asimar,
And I was clearly making her uncomfortable, but I was attempting to be very polite.
all I saw was her being uncomfortable. I think you had your back to me during that interaction.
Her name is Sophia.
Sophia,
The Azamar, and the dwarf's name is Roland.
Well, hopefully we can repair any awkwardness from our arrival. That's usually how it works. We show up, things kind of get a little weird, and then we make things a little bit better.
I see.
Usually I have to end up making up for our the rest of the lack of social aspects. But, you know, it's fine. Nothing completely terrible has happened.
Out of game, I'm the best diplomatizer.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I believe that
Cecilia, you're so lying through your teeth.
I mean, Cecilia keeps you guys from getting hurt a lot. She does a lot of the background stuff that people don't see, like using her connections to make sure you don't get thrown out of 1T land.
Hey, she's the party mom.
She really is. I feel like it's a good place to end that scene there.
Sure.
Okay, so
should we take a break early? I have to deal with a cat. He's gotten himself upset.
We can if you want to.
Yeah, I have to go deal with him.
Like,
otherwise, he's going to be yelling in the background.
Sure, yeah. I think
we can do other stuff, and then you can go deal with Cat.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Either way.
Yep. Yeah. If you want to just meet yourself and go do whatever you need to do, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. What can I do now? So I think some amount of time passes. How long do you two stay and talk?
Definitely like 5-10 minutes. We just have like nice light, like small talk conversation. We're not really delving into anything deep. We're just having
Sure. Yeah. Cecilia's will talk as long as Yin wants to, and then she'll probably get like a nice tea.
Oh, that's a good bonding.
You'll bond over tea.
Oh, totally. Yeah, we totally bond over tea. Yeah.
Super passionate about tea.
Do you like break out some of your like 1T hashish and just like have a good old time?
Oh my god! If she's down, I can go grab my hookah.
If you want to try loose leaf tea, you should try smoking hookah.
I got it upstairs. No, she probably doesn't say that right off. But no, yeah, the bonding over tea is definitely a thing. Like she orders like a cup.
And then that's when Echo returns.
He looks sparkling clean at this point. Like
a little pruny too.
Nah, his layer of dirt came off.
Yeah, layer and like your hair from all the humidity, your hair is just frizzed too. Perfect.
Echo, do you need me to something with your? It's.
What about my hair?
Do you want it? Do you want it, Poofy?
You see me shake, and like water goes everywhere, then it just completely poofs up.
If you want it that way, fine. But I can do something if you need it.
The innkeeper's wife is just kind of laughing quietly to herself.
Just another day in Winterland.
Okay, whatever you want.
Wait a minute. Do I look over to the? I look over to the inn lady.
Yeah. Now that Andrella is no longer here, she's removed her headscarf, and you can clearly see her weird ass black hair that's glowing opalescently, sort of in the light.
You see me like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's some nice hair you have there, lady.
Oh.
That makes me a little uncomfortable, but thank you.
It's a lot better than mine. Mine's all poofy.
I'm sorry. Hot springs do that sometimes. Can I bring you anything?
Got any chocolate milk?
What?
Yeah, you take cocoa beans and grind it up, and you put in milk.
What?
Milk. The thing that comes from.
I know what milk is.
Then you take cocoa beans and rub it up and put it in it.
Do you like beer? I'll get you some beer.
I'm not really a beer type of guy.
Do you like tea? I'll get you some tea.
I'm not really a tea type of guy neither.
I don't have chocolate milk. I'll get you some regular milk.
Deal.
And then you just get the dwarvish cussing subtitles.
You see me like when she brings the milk, I bring out like this little jar thingy and just take a scoop of cocoa in it.
Where the fuck did you get cocoa powder?
I travel, sir. And then I take some sugar cane, grind up sugar cane sugar, and drop it in there, and I stir it together. Then I had a little inch of vanilla extract to it.
So the woman is looking at this clear display of alchemy before her and is confused as the perfectly good milk turns to mud.
You see me this, and I get like a chocolate mustache.
I think she just looks at Yi like, what are these people?
I will glance back and with a wide gesture of a shrug, like I have no fucking clue.
Oh, I'm Echo.
Yes, this is Echo.
Sophia, hello. Will you let me know if you need anything?
Of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And she walks off. And what does Cecilia look like now that she's realized she's found her query?
Yeah. So, this is gonna be a really awkward conversation. So, I don't know when's the best time to broach that.
Are you like? Wait, by that you mean broach it with the woman whose hair you need to steal?
Yes. I do mean that.
Okay.
Are you gonna do that now?
Maybe, or maybe I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, yeah. I think so. She sips down the rest of her tea and sets it there, and Echo, I'm sure you have. Why don't you tell Yin where you got the cocoa beans from?
Oh yes, I don't remember.
Withering look.
Withering stare.
Damn it, Echo.
I knew I had it since I was a kid, and I went to go to get it from the place.
And now there's a story.
Now there's a story.
Now Cecilia will excuse herself, stand up, and walk over to Sophia.
See, back in my travels, I remember stuff, but I don't know exactly the name of these places. And it has different herbs and stuff there. And I like to add these herbs to my
And then
food.
slowly just.
Yeah. It's just slowly the camera pans to the dwarven violinist, and that drowns out the sound of Echo's monologue.
Echo's great.
And then we cut over to the
Cecilia.
you two
Yep.
talking.
Cecilia comes over to Sophia, and kind of like, yeah, is she like at the bar or like?
She's like putting logs on the fire.
Okay. Hello, Sophia, correct?
Yes.
I think the best way to. I think the best way to say this is just to be very open and direct about it. So I'm just going to come out with it.
I'm married. I'm sorry.
No, you, trust me, you're very pretty, and if you and her husband need anything about that, advice, and for that, I specialize in these sorts of things. Regardless, that's a side conversation to have if it's to be had. We're here south of here. There is a court of the Fae. The king, the lord of that court, in order to help our friend with something that they need done very urgently, sent us on an odd errand. And that errand...
She's very clearly getting nervous.
That errand is to ask you and take whatever amount of your hair you're willing to give us.
Echo looks towards the lady, and then back to Cecilia, then back to the lady, and then drinks his milk.
Yeah, so Yin, you realize that something, I don't know if you heard what was just said, but something weird was just said, and she looks terrified. Oh my god, there's a terrifying snake demon that wants to steal my hair.
We're not going to. We're not going to take it. I'm just asking if that's all right. If there's any way.
Does this have to do with the Azamar?
In a way, yes. Not.
Is it just?
There's something affecting her. I don't want to go into the details, but the Lord of the Court can help with it. But Fae have interesting requests, and this was the price. If it's too much, if that's not okay, then that's fine. I'm sorry for.
I've already been cast out to the hinterlands here, and now I have to give up my hair to help another Azamar that abandoned. No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you.
No. If you ask me again, I will have to ask you to leave.
I won't bring it up again.
Thank you. And she just like walks into the back of the room and is like walks back into the kitchen.
Echo is still kind of talking about his travels where he finds herbs, and maybe one day he found some cocoa beans on the ground. Mid-conversation, I'm just going to get up and push my chair back while it kind of squeaks on the ground, and I'll walk over to
Cecilia?
Okay. I'll get your name soon, I promise.
No, yep, I totally understand you. First session, yeah.
When this happens, I bring out my box, just like, I still have you, mirror.
little box sneeze noise.
Oh. So cute, so distracting.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, I'll walk over to Cecilia and sit next to her on the bar. You guys are in some trouble?
Somewhat. That we had a thing I needed to ask her. That was very awkward, but it's not going to work out. So.
Your delivery wasn't great. Tell me what the problem is, and I'll see if I can help. Maybe you guys can help me with a problem I have.
So we're on an errand There's a Fey court to the south of here.
I like that. That's just what you all lead with. Is the face a fairy monster sent us here.
What lie am I gonna come up with? That's gonna require her hair.
I don't know.
That's why I'm just like, look, something is wrong with her. A Fae can take care of it, but Fae are weird, and they asked us for your hair. That's the thing. If you don't want to give it to us, I understand. I have to ask. That was the plan, because I don't have another lie that's
nearly that ridiculous.
That's the only thing. Like that's so yeah, I like looked. I just like Cecilia looks like a little just like, and there's a Fey court to the south of here. One of our party has something affecting them, and the Lord of the Fey of that court can help, but he requires some of Sophia's hair. I wish that wasn't the case, but that's the price of this particular Fey's aspirations and the
Want to know how I can help you?
Does she owe you a favor?
No. Women shed a lot. So if you look around on the floor behind the counter a little bit, you might find a couple strands of hair. Is that going to be enough?
I don't know if that will, because the whole thing is like, it's not, I don't think it's just the hair. It's the fact like being given, like it was
or
because
taken.
The stipulation was as much as she's willing to give. So like, I don't know if it's.
Okay, I just want to remind you, the stipulation is as much as you can get.
Oh.
Not as much as she will give.
Yeah, the giving wasn't a part of the thing. That was how Undrella reshaped it, because she didn't want to just go randomly cutting people's hair off.
That's yeah.
But I'll let you believe whatever narrative you choose to believe. I'm just reminding you what the actual stipulations of the agreement you made with this very, very powerful extraplanar entity was.
Right. I guess if that's all if that's what we can get, we can try it, but I don't know if it'll.
I mean, you can always get all of her hair if you kill her and take it.
No, Michael. We're not gonna kill her and take her hair. We're not gonna take this. Just cut off this woman's hair after we kill her.
Hey, little K. I think we need to do a night operation.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay.
Kirkall's in the hot springs with his life partner.
It's not okay.
This is out of character, Wink.
Okay,
Wink, yeah.
If that's a last resort, I guess we can try it.
It's something. You gotta think outside the box sometimes.
I like that you're totally not fazed by the fact that they have to steal here. I'm sure you've had to do weird. I'm sure you've had to do weirder stuff, like as part of your trading. Like I'm sure you've had to like steal the fleece of like the golden ram or whatever, or something ridiculous.
I've had to cut out tongues and string them on some.
Yeah, you've done weird stuff. It's fine.
It's just I assume this is just like regular, interactions. This is what people do. You have to acquire strange objects from other people.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have all right.
This is gonna be fun.
So what? Is there something that you need help with?
Yeah, I'm looking for another half orc. Have you seen a lot in your travels? I understand you and your party are widely traveled. I asked your other companion, and his answer was really long-winded, and I'm not sure.
A particular half-orc, or just another one in general?
A particular one.
Do you have a name?
Yang.
Yen?
Yang. Y-A-N-G.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't.
The accent,
I don't
swallow some of the words.
I don't believe we've met one by that name. Of course, we haven't really. Were there any half orcs back at my place?
No, not explicitly.
Well,
the only half orc you really know besides Echo is Kirkall.
I thought Kirkall was 4 orc.
Kirkall is half orc.
Oh, I thought Kirkle was full orc too.
Kirkle. Okay, so Kirkle is like basically 3/4 orc.
Okay.
So
Well,
functionally full orc.
Because there was the group of like initiates. Was there any half orcs there?
No, there
Oh
was
yeah,
not.
the guys that were mean to me.
No, there was not.
So I have more. So I have more orc blood in me than him.
No, he's three. He has an orc mom and a half orc dad.
Okay, fair enough. Because I was
3/4.
going to rag him about it.
3/4. Okay. Anyway,
He's more orc than man.
he's more.
It's like how Pan is 3/4 human, 1/4 Saiyan.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's another reference and a half right there.
Did you see it in the super?
I haven't.
So
I need to.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, so we're gonna. I think now's probably a good time to take a break.
Okay, sure. Awesome. So we'll be back with the final portion of tonight's episode after the break. Do your thing, do break stuff, and we'll see you in a little bit. Enjoy the music.
Be super.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our final portion of tonight's episode of Fair Wanderings. We're still at the inn doing stuff.
I was talking earlier. I was like, I feel like I need to work in a fight into this session somehow, but I have no idea how to do it.
The inn comes alive.
The inn is a mimic. The inn is a mimic. So, Andrella, Kirkall enters the hot spring, wearing pants. Like, he's clothed, obviously, because he's like not sure what he's walking into. I just like looks around and is like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, Andrella's.
He's just like, "Are you okay?" Like he thought something was wrong.
That depends on your definition of okay and the circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about it, and this is where we were told to find the opalescent black hair.
Mm-hmm.
It is either that lady out there, or perhaps her mother or her daughter. I don't feel good about any of it. And going back to the Feywild for another 3 days, there's no telling how long that'll be on this side. We've seen so much. I need to help the people here. It can't wait.
Echo's gonna be pissed.
Why?
Do you forget the part where we had to renegotiate to get him permission to stay with you in the Feywild?
I mean, to be fair,
I mean, I don't particularly care. I think that a Fey being will probably hurt him in the end, which, although that might be humorous for me, I don't think is good for him.
If he wishes to go back, there is nothing. I mean, it is his choice to make, but that's not the conversation to have at this moment. Are there healers in the Jade Horde?
Yes.
Are there healers that could handle what's wrong with me?
We'd have to find them. I'm sure there are some. The monk in the tavern might know some. I see you're rolling your language proficiency.
Sorry, please ignore that I clicked the wrong thing.
It's okay, it happens.
The other option is to go back to the den and see if Cecilia can work out an ability to get, to allow me to ask for assistance from them. Cecilia seems confident that there's an individual there who could help. I'd rather go to the Jade Horde, since I already have a thing that I would desire to seek audience there. And so I'd like it to, one and done. And spend as little time as possible chasing this other thing around. But I can't help my people if I'm going to be slaughtering them every so often.
We can I know some clerics that might be able to help.
Are you confident about that?
Can you insight him?
Yeah. 14. That's pretty good.
He really, he doesn't want to guarantee anything because he doesn't want to disappoint you.
Okay.
If something goes horribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems confident.
Okay.
Like he knows he can get you help. It's maybe the help's just going to put him in kind of an awkward position, or maybe put you in an awkward position. It's like there's going to be layers of complication to it.
Okay.
But it's going to be less complicated than stealing someone's hair and giving it to a Fey King.
Okay.
Fair.
It's a better option.
Okay.
That's subjective.
Fair.
Okay, it's a better option when you don't also have a crush on the Fey King.
That's also subjective.
Right. I feel like this is just Smooth wanting to see what happens if he spends 3 days and 3 nights in the Feywild.
Yes, I do. My curiosity got the best of me on that one.
And you absolutely can go back. I'm not going to stop you.
But I split the party and my character becomes an NPC.
Not technically. We could just flash forward through those 3 days.
Sweet.
Anyway,
and
so
then 2 months on our end.
Probably not 2 months.
Probably.
You know, the odds are I'll probably make it to the Fae and over to the Horde before y'all too, because my survival is so much higher and I remember most of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is terrible.
Yeah. So anyway, he basically says I could help. We could help with that, and then kind of leans against the wall, looking a little bit stressed. Are you in the water?
Yeah.
I think that's when he just realizes it. He's like, oh, he kind of doesn't know what to do now. He's like, would you like privacy?
No, I'm good. I'm done here. Would you like the room? I start getting out.
I'd like it more if you wanted to stay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess I'll stay.
So yeah, he gets into the water, and let's cut over to the.
Well, quick question.
Yes.
It's evident to me that he's redone his marks.
Yes.
Mine have faded away.
Yeah, yours have, but
his hasn't.
His hasn't. Yeah.
Good call.
Yes.
Why are your marks still there? Mine.
I put them on.
You're redoing them?
Of course.
Why?
Because I that's a complicated question because I want to.
Is that part of how this usually works, where you continuously repaint them for the rest of your life?
It's a way to show that this has happened. I guess the closest equivalent in your culture would be a wedding band.
I see. Kirkall.
Yes.
When we get back to the Jade Horde, I mean, I'm not trying to use you to get to them. You understand that, right?
Of course.
So, you don't have to tell anybody until after I've done all of my asks. I'd be okay with that. I don't want this to be
Am I not allowed to let the world know what? He's struggling to find the words that make sense in this language because there's not really one for what he's feeling. And that's maybe evident. That would be evident to Yin, but she's not here.
I think I'm beginning to sort of better understand the situation. It's just that look, my mother would see this as a wonderful strategic opportunity.
To marry a...
Because I don't have to do anything in return and I can gain all these benefits. I want you to make sure that I want it to be clear that you know that's not what I'm doing here. That's not what I'm after.
You didn't even know this was an option until it happened. Why would you be after that?
I just wanted it to be clear.
Is it that shocking that I might actually want to help you and show you kindness in this way?
I mean, it's not shocking per se. It's a little intense.
My people live short lives. We don't have a lot of time for slowness.
Quick question. Has the stream died?
Yes.
It has. Oh. I'm trying to move this along.
Well, we're still recording, so if you guys want to just keep going, it'll be on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'll just
Do you want to let? I feel like this scene's been going on for a little while. I want to let somebody else have a turn.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So Cecilia could awkwardly be like, "Yo, can I come into my room?" Because we're sharing this room.
Yeah,
Wait.
Totally.
Which room?
The room
oh,
that
you're gonna come back to the steam room?
The room that you two are in right now.
Wait, are you gonna sleep here?
Yeah, that's
It's
what she
my
bought.
room.
It's nice and warm.
I mean, you have a bedroom.
No. She paid extra to get a bedroom with a hot spring in it.
Right. That's why I wanted this room.
I didn't catch that. I thought this was like a private room.
Oh no, there are like private like sauna booths. Totally.
That's what I thought this was.
No, this is. I mean, if you're in that one, sure. So
No, yeah. The room that I paid, the room that I got,
Okay.
is basically like there's like in room that has a private sauna within the suite.
Mhm.
Cool. Then I guess I probably did one of the private sauna rooms. I didn't understand that this was a bedroom. I thought that we were purchasing the sauna room.
Oh,
No. This like,
okay.
you have like a key, like you can close the door, but this is not a.
Okay, yeah. Then never mind.
This is not a
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. Just how does? I mean, we can come back to the scene later if more happens.
Unless Lily, do you want to?
Would you like to
want the scene to be that way? I mean, it can totally be that way. We'll say Andrella didn't understand what the fuck, and you could walk in and
honestly,
that
seems like what Andrella would do. I think that would be funny.
Okay, sure.
Do you want that scene?
So yeah, like on the outside, there's like a knock. Like,
Yes.
hey, it's me. Are you guys?
You can come in.
Kirkle's like trying to find something to cover himself because he's in the water now. It's like,
We're back up? Cool, I think we're back up. Hi, everybody.
yay, we're back.
Yay, hi.
Hi.
Hey,
right.
it was just getting pretty late, so I wasn't sure if you two are going to do anything, I guess I can rent another room.
I'm out, bye. And he like stands up and like leaves. He's like, I feel awkward about this whole situation. He's like trying to like put
Oh, by
pants
the
on.
way, just in case anybody knows or has seen anything that I haven't seen, or I mean, just a heads up. So that woman Yin is looking for someone named Yang. Apparently it's another orc. So I mean, just a thing. If we can help, that'd be cool.
Kirkle like was like picking up like his shoe out from under like a bench or something, and then bangs his head.
Oh, but you okay?
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Good night. And then he like gets up and leaves.
Did something happen?
Not really sure there at the end. I did talk to him about that. I don't think going through with the Fey King's request is the right idea.
Oh, good. Because I asked Sophia, and she was not on board.
You did what?
I asked very politely.
Oh,
Cut.
Cecilia.
Perfect cut. Perfect cut.
And I'm back, and you see my character back at the hot sauna outside,
Yeah. So,
drinking some chocolate milk.
so do we want to draw the night to a close there and pick up the next morning?
Sure, but really quick, there's a scene where Andrella, I guess, if she's able to find Sophia, because that was not what she wanted to have happen. Probably just a little bit because she's, overly emotional at the moment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In Celestial rambles at Sophia. And so there's an extreme expression of like remorse, apology, and so forth, where she's saying, that
So I want to set this. I want to set the scene for this. I want to set the scene for this. So, Cecilia has just left. Echo has just left. I don't know what Yin's doing. Are you still in the main room? Did you go to sleep?
I think we're at is it late?
Like it's late enough. Like you could, in theory, go to bed now and stop dealing with all these crazy people.
Hey, we're great.
But I mean, your dwarven host is still drinking and fiddling into the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay down in the common room. I'm really enjoying the atmosphere. I've got my sheets of paper. I'm writing down my feelings. It's like
Sophia has come back out now that all the crazies have left, and is sitting with you when someone runs up and starts singing at her. Basically.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've just got a bathrobe on or something. And,
it's fine. I already set that precedent. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, there's bathrobes, right? It's a sauna. It's a hot spring.
Okay. So this is happening. The music instantly stops. Sophia slowly starts trying to cover her hair with her hands and kind of sinking down into
and I'm
the table.
I got my hands out and I'm like, no, seriously. So
is this still in Celestial?
This is still in Celestial. I was desperate, and I thought that maybe he'd be telling us about these hags and these terrible witch people, and that maybe it was going to be an awful person, but you're clearly not an awful person, and I am not going to in any way, shape, or form. I didn't even want to have it asked of you. I'm so sorry that Cecilia did that. That is nothing
what are you
along
drinking?
the lines of what I was going to have.
Are you still drinking
happen.
tea, or have you switched to any?
Nah, it's just green tea now. I'm not much of a drinker, even though I'm a half-orc, you'd think.
So, you're rambling, and then suddenly a scalding cup of tea gets thrown on you.
Wait.
She's just shut up.
On me?
Yes, on you. And she
okay.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna throw my hot tea. It's gonna be at your feet. It's not.
No. She grabbed her hot tea. She grabs your hot tea, Sophia, and throws it at Andrella.
Oof. All right.
Do I not get to dodge that? No. Okay.
No. It's just literally splashing drink on clothes.
Okay.
And she just stands up. And says, "Please stop."
We're not going to ask anything from you.
I don't even care about. That language brings up bad memories for me. Please don't speak it to me.
I apologize I realized, and I was trying to avoid it. I'm just used to using it to convey the authenticity of a situation. I apologize.
Well, unfortunately, you're not allowed to be authentic with a fallen. And then she walks away.
With a what? What?
With a fallen is what she said.
Yeah. No, Andrella's like, with a what?
Yin will repeat that. She said fallen.
And I look over at the husband. I'm like, confused.
My wife's a fallen Azamar. Stop bothering her about it.
So we've been over this. I don't really understand what a fallen Azamar is, right?
A fallen Azamar is someone who rejected the hierarchy of Celestia.
But Andrella's been mostly shielded from that.
Andrella knows they exist, but they're like, oh, poor, horrible. They're like horrible people.
Uh-huh.
They're like bad. A fallen Azamar is not a good person.
Okay.
In your narrative, that's not necessarily true.
Uh-huh.
Like
they're monstrous evil people.
Yeah, they're like you've probably heard all the extreme examples of fallen Azamar that have like sold their soul to devils or whatever. Mm-hmm. In reality, they're just anybody who rejected heaven's job for them.
Right. So I'm clearly shocked because she's not a monstrous, evil, horrible devil soul person
that you know of.
Right.
She's been nothing but kind to you. She gave you a dress. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't let you pay. You'll find out when you get back to your room.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
We're very slowly turning Andrella into an anarchist that wants to tear down the system. Good.
Andrella's like just confused and kind of like that. No, that's not. And she just kind of wanders back out of the room, back to her own room, because this whole thing was not. It's all just very, very like she doesn't have like evil horns or something. This isn't right.
Her reality that she perceived has broken yet again.
Yeah, another one.
Again.
So in the sauna, when you get back to the room, in like the hot spring sauna.
Do you go back to the sauna room?
No, I go back to my own room. We all have individual rooms.
Oh, so now we're
sure.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You sure? Okay.
Got it.
We all have individual rooms.
Okay.
So I go back to mine, and I'm just really fucking confused.
Okay. Well, when the camera cuts over each person, like when they go to bed, Cecilia has basically made like a burrow of blankets next to her private hot spring. And it's just snake curling up into that burrow.
I like to say I go like 2 hours after nightfall. I'm still up at the hot springs, like outside, and I finally get out. And it's like I feel like hunting.
Oh my god!
You just go like gut punching were bunnies again or whatever, dire bunnies.
Go punching some bobcats and deers, and I bring it back to the inn for dinner and be like, "Hey, I got a kitchen here." As I walk into the inn.
Yes, of course they have a kitchen there. So
like,
you
it's like 2 a.m.
You help subsidize them with food. Yeah, everyone else is asleep. Yin, what is Yin? How's Yin been keeping her room?
It's messy. There's papers everywhere. There's ink spilled everywhere. She's got all of her gear just like tossed into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of blankets are on the ground. Previously, like growing up, she's always just slept kind of like on stone with no pillows, no blankets. So she's uncomfortable sleeping with regular bed stuff. So she's.
Are you just sleeping on the floor?
She's sleeping on the bed, just no pillow, no blankets. It's just like mattress.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in there snoozing now. 2 a.m. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Echo can do his weird midnight thing or his weird night things.
You know, midnight hunting.
Yeah, so Cecilia's sleeping in her little pile. Andrella's probably sitting awake, confused.
Actually, so Andrella is gonna sing her sad celestial song to Ciander, who isn't responding or answering. and she's just gonna sing very sad, loud song. Anybody who's maybe next to her would probably hear it, but
That's totally Yin.
okay.
I
There's a sad song next door.
Do I come by and hear that sad song since I understand?
No,
Well,
you're out hunting a fucking thing.
Hey,
But I'm talking about, is this
I'm
in
desperate.
the music?
I'm desperately trying to give Yin reasons to talk to the other characters.
I'm just
Please,
curious, like, after.
Please help.
Okay, well, that singing is going to wake me up.
Well, no, I mean, like, it's at the start of not having gone to bed yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so you get back to
it'll
your room
wake
and you
you
can
up
hear it.
or whatever if you are already asleep. Anyway.
Maybe I was sleeping. I can fall asleep pretty quickly.
Okay.
It's like meditation and then you just conk out.
Easy stuff.
Yin totally seems like the kind of person that when the monks were like, you need to meditate, she would just like fall asleep.
That she was actually meditating. She's really good at that, but
she would just
falling asleep. Like she's like, meditation time. So with the sound of that soft music, she's gonna kind of stir Grumble awake because she needs like absolute quiet to sleep comfortably. She'll toss on. I'm gonna guess she's probably wearing like some stuff to bed anyways. So she'll just kind of shuffle on downstairs to see if she can make herself a glass of tea. Good midnight tea, maybe like chamomile tea.
Good chamomile tea. Do you like knock on singing door?
I'll kick the door a little bit as I walk by.
Just like shut up.
I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop you from singing, but I'm just gonna let you know lightly, like, poof, I can hear you. And then
Echo came in and he messed up the tempo. Echo came in and he messed up the sound.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. Just me ranting to myself.
Okay.
What kind of animal did you catch, Echo?
Some bobcat, deer, rabbits.
He has the ability to just catch small game, and all those things are considered small game.
A bobcat?
Bobcats aren't that big. They're like house cats with big teeth.
And cute little ear tufts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor bobcats.
So you come in tracking these. What do you do with them? I want to see how I can interject myself here.
Oh, I go to clean them, strip down their fur, get their meat seasoned.
Okay, so at what point in these steps have I interrupted you? Because I'm going to pop into the kitchen to make some tea, so I'm going to see you in here.
Oh, you're probably seeing me clean out the guts after I done skin them.
Beautiful.
Great.
Oh.
The goriest part. Perfect. So you walk in, and this 9-foot-tall monstrosity that's been boring you all night is just up to his elbows in like
gore.
Yeah, basically.
Well, he's finally interesting.
Gee.
From the first moment he walked in, he was interesting, and then never again. And now,
yeah, piqued my curiosity.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
I love that movie so much.
Anyway.
The shot that you went flying. I'm sorry. I'm just going.
It's okay. I derailed us. All right. Please continue.
Okay. All right. Echo, you want some help?
Oh, yeah. Just start making sure the furs are hanged up correctly.
This isn't a tannery. All we can really do is dry them out.
Yeah. I try to do the best with what we can. Just I want to get the guts out as soon as possible before I want Solly to meet.
I can help with that as well.
Okay.
You have to like roll to help with.
Do you two? I think you're fine. Do you two just bond over butchering animals?
It's nice. It's quiet. Like in the background, we hear like Andrella's like soft singing because we're downstairs, so maybe we can only hear like soft snippets of it. But
I think it's like the ASMR version of Broken from Cedar.
It's not that angry.
It's not that angry.
I was picturing something more like a lullaby. Like it sounds like it would be pretty.
Ooh, is it like Anastasia? Like the song that she sang
Last December? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Last December.
Anyway. Perfect. Okay. Do we want to. Does anyone have any other scenes they want to have?
Is Kirkall gonna do anything after I told him that she's looking for Yang?
Kirkall definitely can't sleep, but I don't think he's gonna take any actions unless you want to investigate more.
No, yeah, I didn't notice him like do anything. So,
he's in his he's like, if we were to get the cut of him, he's just sitting in the like one of the hot springs, just like looking stressed out.
So he's not in his room?
Nope.
Okay. So when I went by to look and find him, I didn't find him and I went back to my room.
No. Oh. Misconnection.
Me, a strange princess running through the countryside. You, my orc bodyguard who accidentally spirit married me in the Feywilds.
Oh, the archive. I'm so sorry.
Good.
You just gotta be like, this is insane. What's happening?
I will learn more of the history because right now it just sounds really out there. But
Oh, you'll get pulled into the crazy.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah, you're making friends with the Echo. That's the fastest way to do it.
So do we just go to morning, or was there anything else we want?
Yeah, sure, okay. Sure.
Their kitchen's full of game.
drying meats.
Fur pelt.
Got really creative. We started to use the intestines. We made some sausages.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
The innkeeper is very happy about this, and so is his. And so Roland and Sophia are very happy about this. At a certain point, like Kirkall, like I actually think it is actually like first thing in the morning. When someone comes downstairs, Kirkall finally comes out of the hot spring room. Who's first down?
I think Cecilia is like down pretty early. Like she's had a good night's rest and like got to sit next to a source of warmth all night. So like she's had like the first good night of like, I mean, she's slept and had like been like gotten rest, but like this is the first like, yeah, like she slept like she sleeps at home. So like she's really good. So she's like comes down in her robe, like
That good sleep.
looks great. And just like walks up, sees him like there, so she like walks over to him and like, I haven't slept that good in a while.
Let me tell you about my good sleep.
It looks like you haven't slept that bad in a while.
Between the scars on my back hurting and
You need anything?
I don't know what to do, Cecilia.
About regarding what?
Andrella and going home.
Is that's the plan now?
That's what she wants. And I know clerics that could heal her, but I failed. I don't.
What?
Cecilia, I'm a spy and I got caught.
Is that going to be a problem?
I don't think so. It's just a source of shame. I'm scared.
Can I use my thing to like? I have ideas, but like, can I use my thing to know like what he wants to hear right now?
Yeah. Your ability. Cecilia is playing a custom background that can figure out what people need with time and intimacy. The more intimate the connection you have with the person, the less time you need. And you know Kirkall extremely well. You probably know him the best of anyone here. Mm-hmm. maybe it becomes evident this isn't even about him going. This is about him going home. But it's about not really being able to help as
Andrella?
much as he wishes he could. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like he knows clerics and he knows people, but he feels like a failure, and he's worried that they'll reject him because of that.
Because of the spy thing, or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like when you're a spy and then you get caught, you can't just show up and be like, "Hey, fix my wife." Government healthcare.
That's exactly how government healthcare works, though.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So she Well, to be fair, there were very extenuating circumstances. You came into a country that's at war.
I've been missing for 6 months.
You don't think they'll be happy to see you after not hearing from you that long?
I think most people just think I'm dead. Apparently not. Someone's looking for me.
Who? Oh! That's wait, you are the what I said, you're the she, you.
That was the name I was instructed to go by when I left.
I see.
Full circle.
So
it's almost like I meant to integrate this character into the party.
I wanted to kill him just for the XP, man.
So is that so that's like a code name you were told to use here, like a back. Is Kirkall your real
it's what
name?
my mom used to call me.
Okay, so
and that was what I started using when I
do you want us to
started doing what I did.
Do you want us to keep calling you Kirkall, or?
It doesn't really matter now.
Well, I want to use what you want us to use, so.
Kirkall, please.
Okay.
I don't know if we should I don't know why she's looking for me.
Well,
I was going to ask her eventually. But
you did tell me who your father is.
I know who my father is. I don't really want a lot of people to know who my father is.
I'm not going to tell anybody who your father is, but do you think maybe that's why she's looking for you?
Is that when she walks in?
Just timing.
Boom! Hi!
Timing!
It's like, oh my god, that scripting is really weird, isn't it?
Kick almost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you don't want to walk in, that's fine. I just think that'd be hilarious if you did.
Oh wait, keep talking for a little bit.
Keep talking.
Give me some more dialogue, and we'll see.
She got taste.
I would say because of that reason, they might want to know.
Oh my god! Just because my dad is the king of the stupid country doesn't mean he's sending people out looking for me.
That
thinks I'm dead.
I think that's a valid reason for people to be looking for you. Is all that I'm saying.
Oh my god, Cecilia!
I'll walk in. Cecilia's angry grunting.
Yeah, no, these two people are just like talking through their teeth at each other.
Really, like almost like angrily intimate conversation.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was a pleasure cleric, so who knows?
Well, we never did anything. He just heard me in the cell next to him doing stuff.
There's the implications.
You know,
it's exactly what it sounds like. She was in the cell with another prisoner, and they started dating, and then that player left.
that bar tiefling.
Yep.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah. So you walk in. It's like
their like faces are like really close together, and you can't tell if they're about to headbutt each other or kiss or just like trying not to talk. Is that what Andrella walks in too, just to double the awkward? No.
No, I'm about to ask you something about that.
Okay, yes.
All right, so real quick, I mean, I'm just gonna walk down. I'm gonna brush past you guys. I'm gonna kind of eye you a little bit, and then I'll walk to the front of the bar to. I mean, we've got a morning ritual. I've been here long enough. They have some porridge.
Yeah, they've already got your tea ready.
Yeah, so she walks past, like, look up, like, and look at Kirkall very pointedly, and then look back at her, look back at Kirkall, like.
Good silent conversations. I can't do this in podcasting. I like it though. The gestures are good.
I think he stands up and he walks over to you and he's just like, why are you looking for him?
I will meet his eyes. I'll look him up and down. I can't disclose that part of the information. Can you tell me something about him? You don't have to. I mean, I avoided talking to you because I figured you would know the least.
And that's when Echo walks in.
I guess Cecilia, she's like, Echo, Echo.
Wait, what? Hey, morning, Cecilia. Oh,
You'll know him by the tattoo of the raven on his foot.
Sit down.
Oh,
you see me like,
can I,
Something's happening.
do I have a tattoo of a raven on my foot?
I don't know if you do. Would you like to have a tattoo of the raven? Would you like that to just be a spy thing?
I think it should just be a spy thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a terrible spy thing. Like, that's how you can find out if a spy is a spy, because they have a tattoo on their foot of a raven. Like,
Orcs are weird.
yeah. No, that.
Orcs are weird. Orcs aren't supposed to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're caught, you're just like, whatever.
You're
Yeah,
caught
just
on
die.
die.
And so that's when
die.
and I think that's probably when he kicks off his boot.
Oh my
His whole
gosh.
foot just comes off.
He just kicks off his boot.
Kirk,
just
oh
It
like,
was a
no.
fake book.
he kicks off his boot, just holds a finger to his lips, and then just goes back and sits down with Andrella. Not Andrella, with Cecilia.
I'm just gonna sit there in shock for a second. Okay, so this part, I don't know how much of my character I've fleshed out.
Is this the part where you just like knock him over the head and try to carry him off?
I'm thinking of appropriate, not too dramatic.
Oh, believe me, Cecilia's about not Cecilia. Andrella's about to bring the drama here in a second.
It's what I do. I'm a teenage girl.
I love it.
Princess
I'm a
teenage girl.
boy
Yeah,
that
not
just
just
watches this shenanigans like, ooh.
With a problem condition that's making my emotions even harder to control. I'm all about the drama right now.
Okay, so for the sake of timing, even before, like, we'll say that Kirko goes and sits down. So before I have the opportunity to react, and Andrala, if you want to come down the stairs.
Nope.
No.
Is that when we just hear the horses whinny as you ride off?
I don't take the cart.
You
I
don't-
mean, I might take one of the horses.
Do you just walk off into the snow?
I might take one of the horses.
Okay, so we
I
hear
might
a horse
horseback
whinny.
right away.
Wait, what? That's one of our horses.
Echo hears us sharp.
So Kirkall still has his boot
My
off. and-
babies!
I think Kirkall just screams, "Fuck, Andrella, no!" And then it just like runs out. And that feels like a good place to end the episode.
Yeah, I'd say so. Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Still my baby.
I just got a message just like, hey, can I leave on my own just to like add to the drama? And I was like, fine, yeah,
Oh
sure.
my gosh. Okay, cool.
A lot of
great.
shit's been going on.
Yep. Awesome.
I think she feels like she just needs to act out, you know, like teenagers
She don't know how
do.
to take care of a horse. What the heck?
Great. Cool.
I feel like your animal handling's also probably garbage.
Me?
Yeah,
14.
You win this round, princess.
good enough.
It's good enough that I got the horse detached and like
Okay.
I'm
Fantastic.
bareback riding, I guess,
All
or
right.
something.
We gotta do. We only got
and then
5
I
minutes,
just-
so we gotta do quick outros.
Yeah. So thank you all for hanging out with us tonight, watching the D&D, Play to Find Out Fair Wanderings, episode 9. Bianca, thank you so much for joining us. I had your character's awesome. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm glad you're going to be in the campaign.
Having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to be the first outro person?
That's a lot of pressure. I
Okay.
can't handle that.
Sure.
I can do it.
We'll let Michael lead by example.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Again, thanks to Bianca for joining. Thank you for having some random person start messaging you on Twitter and eventually being like, "Oh, this guy seems cool. I'll join his D&D campaign." That's literally all that happened.
Yep.
Anyway, so thank you for that. If you want to know more about me, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at MTLPro. I'm the founder and lead game designer for Swift Kite Design. I designed The Circle, which is a game about magic and not knowing how to use it. It's a lot of fun. I also designed Aristia, Tales of Glory and Death, a game about glory and death and dying horribly to do something awesome. And tomorrow, if you want to check out my stream, MTO2424 on Twitch at 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Pacific, Eastern, I will be streaming 1 hour game design challenge for all to see, voted on by my patrons. And my winning vote is Witches Trying to Form a Coven. So
Lily's very happy about that.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but it's going to be fun.
Fantastic. Great. Dom, how about you?
Hey, I'm Smooth Mage. I do stuff on the internet. I play a lot of games. I GM a lot of games. I bring the shenanigans to Anne and then I'm a terrible speller. I just love playing games with my friends, and I do a lot of stuff local too. I play games, video games. I watch anime. I'm happy My Hero Academy season 3's out.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
Deku, you complete me. I read the manga, then I watch the anime sub, then I sit back and watch the dub.
The same thing. I can't get enough of it.
It's so good.
Yep, I can't get enough. I am also looking forward to Persona. Also, right now I'm watching JoJo. Right now, Bizarre Adventure season 3. I already watched season 4 in Japanese. I'm curious how they're going to do dub for that. That's going to be amazing. It's hard getting used to the drawing style, the old drawing style, because they changed it in 4 to make it more of a art. It made it more sleek and artistic, which I enjoyed it. But going back to the muscle build is like, it's still not bad because his art design is still good and his expression, like his Japanese expression, is definitely better for Joseph.
Sure.
Seriously, I give the three of you, and by the three of you I mean because you can't see where I'm pointing, Lily, Bianca, and Smooth, like a month before you make an anime podcast.
One day. But
One
I
day.
digress. I had to continue for it because I got to take all 5 minutes.
Andrella, stop running away. Stop casting fog cloud.
I'm sorry.
Stealing the horses, stranding us in the middle of nowhere.
All right.
Yep. Evie, do your shout your outs.
I don't want to shout them, but I will do my outs. Sorry about that. I'm Evie. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at The Happy Dose. I am just back from PAX, so I'm getting reacquainted with a schedule that makes any level of sense. I am thinking that either Tuesdays or Thursday nights, I'm going to begin, maybe even both nights, doing a stream video game. And otherwise, I'm here on Wednesdays. But just, watch my Twitter. It'll probably be next week where I decide exactly how my video game stream sort of schedule will go and begin doing it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Bianca, now that you have seen how the others do it, outro us.
Okay, outro. So closing. You can find me on any of my social media as at Bianca Zelda. I'm also a player in the podcast, a D&D podcast called The Broadswords that has like feminine undertones and focuses on a lot of inclusivity. That's at Broadswords on literally any social media platform. We're always happy to talk to anybody. That's pretty much it. If you ever want to at me on anything and talk to me about My Hero Academia, we could be best friends. That's always a blast.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you all once again for watching and hanging out. Obviously, I am Lily. You're here on Lilypad Nebula, the Twitch channel, of course. This will also be on YouTube and all the stuffs. If you want to check out some of the other stuff we've done with Play to Find Out, playtofindout.com has all the things. And yeah, join us again. Hopefully, we should be next week, unless something comes up, which it might. Whatever.
I hope I need more game.
Hey,
you guys-
I need game.
As always,
I need
This
game
is
to live.
basically the last game in my life right now because of work stuff. I've had to like trim out all the other games that I've been doing.
Oh no.
This is like the last surviving game that I've got going, so please don't take it away from me.
So we should be
Trying so
good.
hard.
We should be good for next Wednesday. So we will see
Okay.
you then.
work
Have a great
95,
night,
it's fine.
and we'll see you later. Thanks again.
Bye.